Morning, everybody.
Hey, Sean's here. What's going on, Sean?
Oh, you guys are having too much fun. I need to be a part of the party. Morning, Phil. Can everybody hear me okay? Give me a Y in the chat box. Everybody can hear me okay. Hey, Ron. Perfect. How's everybody doing? Give me a Y if you're in a good mood. How are the hurricanes in Mexico, Thomas? Good. Yeah, everything's good. Yeah, no hurricanes. Nothing too crazy here. Yeah, nothing too crazy. Yeah, fantastic. So, are you in a position where I can do a quick chit chat here with the group
Yep.
and kind of go over a few things?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, and I think Jim, what we'll do is we'll go in and we'll have this discussion. I'm gonna stay the panelist, and you can maintain the host. I'm just gonna share my screen. Okay. So, can everybody see the screen? Okay.
It's good.
Make sure we got a good connection here. Perfect. Excellent. So a lot of you guys know that Jim and I have been talking about making some changes, but what you really don't know is why these changes are taking place, what's happening, the value that it brings to you guys, and just the best thing that I can tell you is that none of it costs you any money. You've already invested in the program. You've already invested in NeuroStreet as a school. We've made significant leaps and bounds to try to position the changes of NeuroStreet Academy to better position ourselves for the expansion that's coming in 2024. How many of you guys have been seeing some of the emails, or you guys are aware that, we've been dropping talks about tick blaze, we've been dropping talks about NeuroStreet funding and all this stuff, and how many of you guys have been aware of that information, and you guys are at least aware that some big things are about to be taking place, and you're kind of probably waiting, like, what's going on, when is it happening? Yeah, patiently waiting. Yeah. Okay. So the key here is to understand that a lot of people have mixed reviews about their perspective of how they trade and what they're looking for, right? Some traders are ultimately scalpers. Some traders are big time frame traders. Some traders like price action. Some traders like indicators, right? Like, it's next to impossible for a company like NeuroStreet Academy to always please everybody at the exact same time, right? Like, once you get to be so big, it's kind of like when you go to university. A university doesn't have just an accounting major, right? It doesn't just have an art program, right? Well, years and years ago, NeuroStreet was just a trading room and just one system and one indicator, and that's how it all started back in 2015, right? And this is years ago. But moving forward into where we're at now, obviously, we've been heavily focused on price action, heavily focused on SMC, multi-time frame analysis. But the direction we're taking with the companies and the ecosystem of companies is much larger than that, right? We're in the process right now of finalizing the acquisition for TickBlaze. TickBlaze is a platform, and if I can take your data, Jim, is that okay? Or
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Do what you got to do.
so I'm going to connect to data here. I'm going to go in here. So TickBlaze is the platform that we're just finalizing the acquisition. It's like NinjaTrader on steroids. For us to say that, and for us to say that is because we're qualified to say that, right? We are one of the largest developers in the world on NinjaTrader, and for us to sit there and say, we've acquired a market leading technology provider and capital platform, um, yeah, that's exactly what we've done. We're basically stepping into the major leagues as a provider, and we've acquired a cutting edge market leading technology piece that is going to position us to be a direct competitor to MetaTrader, NinjaTrader, Quant Tower, Trade you name it, all the big platforms. And that's a major expansion. That is not a course. That is not a trading room. That is not a system. That is big, big, big business, right? And on top of all that, right, in parallel to this, right, we've ultimately basically been building out NeuroStreet funding, which is a direct competitor to Apex and TopStep, because we'll be a global assets funding company with much better payouts, bigger scale plans. We're one of the largest affiliates in the business for funding companies. So we know a few things about funding. We know a few things about working with funding companies and evaluations and trading for prop firms. So as a school and as a company ecosystem that is ultimately getting ready to deploy all this, NeuroStreet Academy is the education hub. It's the hub for where everybody comes to learn to trade. And what's happened over the years is that we would rotate. We would have a volume profile trading room, right? And that volume profile trading room would be just with one educator trading one volume strategy, and there'd be a volume profile course. And if you didn't like volume profile, well, you would not like NeuroStreet Academy, right? You would be like, well, this isn't for me. I'm going to go do something else, right? And then a couple of months later, we say, okay, we're going to launch a price action program. And a couple of months later, we're going to raise a trend line program. And then we're going to do an order flow program, because we rotate school programs in trading rooms because we have so many users that want a whole lot of different things. Well, before we purchase a platform and before we purchase and expand a funding company, that would be fine. But the sheer volume of users and the sheer amount of customers that we have, including yourselves, that are in the school and that will be coming into the school based off of the funding and based off the platform access, we have been working around the scenes to position the school to truly be an academy, right? Like the NeuroStreet Academy brand resembles, we're a school, not by this course, not by just this trading room, but being an actual all-inclusive provider for education, software, access to trade rooms, you name it, right? So what we've decided to do is we surveyed all of the traders. We surveyed everybody. Some of you even submitted responses to the surveys that we put out. And the reason this was important is that we were able to collect a lot of data from all of the traders, including a lot of you guys and the members in our programs, to tell us what it is you love trading, what indicators you love trading the most, what strategies you love trading the most, what you would like to learn more, what you thought we didn't do well, what you thought we did do well, how can we improve, how can we become better, what can we expand on. And we sat down as a team and we basically said, okay, this is the direction that everybody's kind of pointing towards. And we want to ultimately service everybody rather than just a select few within that group of people. So that's exactly what we've been working on. Is we've been working on what we call G.A.P.P 2.0, Global Assets Prop Program 2.0. Nothing will change in the stocks and options program, but the G.A.P.P 2.0 has taken a major facelift. So let me just explain what's happening. What we've done is we clearly obviously have the intro course, et cetera. But what we did was we went back and we basically collectively brought together every single program that we've ever built in the industry since we started the companies. All the volume, all the software programs, all the indicator programs, all of the algo programs, all of the other trading room programs that we used to run with different instructors and different programs. We literally brought everything together that we've ever built as an entire ecosystem of companies from an education perspective, and we brought it into the school. Why is that important? Because this is like us selling 25 programs over the last 9 years of operations that everybody would have bought for thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. And we said, we're just going to bring it in and everybody gets it. So some of you may have access to some of these videos or some of the training just from being a member for years. Some of you are completely new and you're going to be like, holy shit, right? Like, so what we decided to do is we created these vaults, these vaults of education. And what these vaults of education are is this one is on software systems and indicators. So this is going to be where you can go in, and we've created different programs on timeframes and bar types, smart money concepts and order blocks, patterns and trend lines, system add-ons, volume and market profiles, support and resistance, momentum and divergence, order flow and volume. We then decided to go in and basically open up the algo trading, because how many of you guys own an algo? You bought an algo from us. How many of you guys have bought an algo from us, or at least using an automated system, or at least been exposed to some of them? one of the common threads is we didn't provide enough access to training, or we didn't cover into this. And so we really listen to that. It's hard when you're, a company, smaller company scaling into a bigger company, and listening to the voice amongst all the users. And we wanted to basically position an environment where we opened up training on all the algo systems, as well as education course. This is the education course that comes with the algos that you purchase. So some of you maybe have never bought an algo, and you'll actually have access to the education on automated trading because you're a member of NeuroStreet, right? So these are system courses and algo trading courses that we've put in. And then what we've done is we've opened up the extra strategy vault, which is basically a combination of all of the old trading systems and strategies that I used to run in the trading rooms, Gilbert used to run, Roy used to run, Jim used to run, Bobby, like everybody that we ran as a team and as a company, we brought them together and we put them into dedicated programs. This is just simply strategies for Ninja Trader indicators, right? This is trading strategies course that doesn't involve indicators. This is all of the old prop trading strategies that we've traded over the years for prop firms, right? So the overhaul that this took is exponentially massive, right? Like every one of these could have been sold for additional courses. They could have been sold for packages that, this could have been something that we charged everybody for. But we said over the years, everybody has purchased products from us, including every one of you. How many of you guys like getting value, like saving money? You guys feel like you spent a pretty decent amount of money with NeuroStreet's ecosystem. You like when we give back, right? Well, this was an opportunity for us to give back. This was an opportunity for us to give back to everybody that is in here that I feel deserves the extra education and handholding. Jim is adding the mastery course for levels mastery. So inside of this course, inside of the price action course, Jim is literally just filming the second part of this. This is the price action mastery. We have levels mastery coming out right away. Jim, maybe you could give us an ETA on when you think that'll probably be ready.
Yeah, definitely by the end of next week. My goal is to get most of the filming done this week, so we'll see how it
Yeah.
goes, depending on how busy things get.
And
But
we're not talking like basic one or two videos here, guys. Like we're talking an entire levels mastery course for price action that's getting added to this. And the point of this was that we didn't want to Jim and I knew, like, a lot of people was like, hey, like we haven't been getting the afternoon strategy classes. And we're like, we know, because we're putting together an entire university to give everybody everything. And then once that's all in the members area, then what Jim and I would like to do is we would like to rotate education, so that what we can do is we could, have 1 week, we do like price action. And then the next week, we do indicators, an indicator system. And then the next week, we do an algo, right? And then we just keep rotating that. We do price action 1 week, indicators another week, algo is another week, because the whole point of us is that my vision for NeuroStreet, once the platform and the prop firm is opened, is we're going to bring in trade room ambassadors who would like to run multiple rooms for the platform. Right. Once we have the platform, my vision for the platform and NeuroStreet Academy is to have multiple trading rooms running simultaneously, where people can go in and watch volume traders or SMC traders or order flow traders, et cetera. And the whole point of having NeuroStreet as the hub of that is that everybody gets all the education in one environment, so that you guys get all of the training in one environment. And Jim and I can be the springboard until that expansion happens in Q1 of 2024. So the nice part about this is that everybody's going to get all this access of courses and education. You're already a member. We had definite discussions on, we already had multiple discussions on, do we charge for this, and should we upsell different courses? And like, there's a lot of freaking money here that everybody would be paying for. And we said, no, everybody in here is a member. We've seen a few people complaining and say, oh, well, all you do is do price action. And the people in the trading room say, oh, well, I spent $2,400 and I didn't even get a cheat sheet. We just basically gave $100,000 worth of courses over the last 10 years of running schools for everybody, because we're opening up the entire school for the platform and the prop firm. And you guys all get it. It's my gift to you guys. Jim and I have been putting this together for a long time. And then what will happen as once we finish with the TickBlaze acquisition, when we finalize bringing all of the ARC software into TickBlaze, then we'll be filming new video courses on all of the software and all the strategies with the use of it in TickBlaze, right? That's the vision for ARC. Yeah. So it looks like we got a pretty bullish day today, right? We've got everything's to the moon here. Jesus Christ. Like everything's blue today. Today's a blue day.
Yeah.
Right. So Dean says, Merry effing Christmas. Yeah. Well, are you guys okay with this? Can you guys do me a favor and tell me if you guys feel that we made the right decision on giving all of this rather than charging you guys for it? I mean, you tell me. We could have charged for it, let me tell you. It was the marketing managers, you can imagine. Good move as always, Phil. Yes. Yes. So here's what our vision is for Discord, because Discord is either a really love-hate place. Either they love us when everybody's doing great, and they hate us when they want to punch us in the face. So what we're going to do is we're going to just talk a little bit about G.A.P.P. Okay, so let's go into the G.A.P.P section. Okay, and let's talk about Discord. Okay. So inside of the chat rooms, okay, what we're going to do here is okay, we're going to talk about G.A.P.P, the SMC. This is really price action. So this could be considered SMC / price action, right? We simplified this down because it was getting a bit noisy for everybody. And we realized that you're either following an instructor's pre-planned trades or you're posting your live trades, right? Like most students aren't pre-planning and putting their pre-planned trades because most students are relying on everybody else to kind of confirm their analysis. They're not looking to put their and most people, they're like, oh my God, what if I'm making a mistake? They don't want to post those trades because they feel a bit pressured, right? So nobody really posts in the student pre-planned trades thread. So we remove them because it's not really what everybody would be doing. Anytime we post instructor plans, we're going to post them in here. And then anytime we trade the plans, we're going to put them in here. Okay. Any type of pre-planning, we're going to put them in the pre-planning, instructor plan, live trades, instructor plan, live trades, right? So these are going to be the price action section. But what we've done is we've opened up an entire section on software. Now, we're not running the software in the trading room. And there's a reason for this. Okay. There's a reason for this right now. Right now, we're focused on expanding the TickBlaze acquisition and the NeuroStreet funding, opening the prop firm. The goal moving forward is to be able to provide training on all this, on rotations in extended AMAs, and being able to guide you guys on extra education. So if you've bought indicators from ARC, or you've bought volume profile or order flow or algos or supply and demand or whatever, we're going to be running rotating strategy lessons, deep dive training lessons on these, and we're going to be posting those AMAs and all of the discussions in this section. This is a brand new section, right? This is a brand new section. Nobody's posting here because we haven't discussed it or launched it yet. But moving forward, every week, what's going to happen is we're going to be posting commentary and resources in here. Now that all of you guys have access to the portal, anytime you have questions or anytime you want to go over something or you have examples or you have charts or whatever, you can go into those software threads and you can post them so that we can communicate with you on market and volume profile or supply and demand or order flow or patterns and trend lines. You guys get the picture, right? This is for you guys to start the community up and start getting communicating on that and these types of things. And I just want to make sure that you guys understand the process of that. That's why we've opened those up. Okay. Yeah, so some of the people who are complaining, have them take a look at OTA, MTI, and trading with the pros. Yeah, Olam, Willie, I appreciate your comments on that, but it's funny that when all the complainers start complaining in Discord, where is all of you to help fight the war, right? Like 90% of the people love us, those 10% they're just down on life, guys. We can't fix them, like people are people, right? Like maybe they're going through life issues. Maybe they've had a bad day and they took losses and they're just pissed off and they want everybody. Or maybe they're a competitor that's in our program, because there's some of those too, and they just like to spam us because they're liars and cheaters. And ever since we implement policies around pursing performance, it went to crickets. Right? Like you really quickly see the forest for the trees when you shake it. Right? Like, so you guys are in our trading room, you're members, you're valued people in our business. We appreciate you. Can everybody do me a favor? And if you could do me a favor, I don't ask for a lot, but if you could do me a favor and go into the main threads here and excuse me, and just as a result of us giving you all this stuff and opening up the school to everything for you guys, could you just post a comment of like what you feel we've done in terms of value and how you feel we've helped you? And if you think it's a good move that we're giving back to the community, because there's a lot of people in here that just always expect that we're just selling something or we're just trying to make money off our students. And that's not the case. It's never been the case. We're truly here to help people. It just takes time to move big things. And if you guys could drop a comment in the main chat room for SMC, as well as the main chat room for software and G.A.P.P, and just kind of give your thoughts on the new direction with the education and the added extension of the program. Really appreciate that. As the owner of the companies, we work around the clock here to give back to all of you guys. Okay. How many of you guys can commit to leaving a positive comment in here for Discord? And then if you even feel really lavish, then maybe on Trustpilot, whatever you guys feel. But if you could do that, give me a yes in the chat box. I'd appreciate it. Right. I just want to know if you guys would be more than happy doing that so that we can kind of put all the haters to rest, and we can do that. Right. Let's see here. Appreciate it, guys. So just drop a comment in the main one here for the SMC, and then also in the G.A.P.P, and just leave your thoughts. Like these guys have done crazy. These guys are idiots. These guys, we love them. Whatever you want to put, good, bad, or ugly, I don't care. But put something, get the commentary going. And I can promise you, Jim and I've got a lot in store with regards to education and direction here. We appreciate it, right? Really do appreciate it. Perfect. So moving forward, Jim, I think what we'll do is we'll put together the schedule for the afternoon classes. My vision is that once Jim is done filming this price action course with regards to the levels mastery, then that's when we're going to kick in the extension of training. Yeah, Jim. So maybe we'll take this week and get the filming done for them to get that last course in, and then right. Then what we can do is we can open up the afternoon classes, maybe starting next week. And, maybe we'll talk about Ashley and we'll set that in motion so that everybody has a followed process, and then everybody can basically can learn from that, and we can kick that into motion. Right. And I think that kind of follows suit as we'll start with SMC, and then we'll move into indicators, and then we'll do an algo, and we'll just rotate those three. Right. I think it's a good rotation.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. It would have to be after Thanksgiving, but yeah, we'll get it going a big couple weeks
Absolutely.
out.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely,
sure.
Guys. So give me a yes that this is well received. Everybody understands the purpose and the trees and for the reason for this and the whole concept around it, right? I just want to make sure there's a lot of in here. There's a ton of stuff in here, guys. So when you go into the software programs, like if I click on market and volume profile, like there's a shit ton of stuff in here. Like these are all like market profile and stuff like this is going to take you a year to go through all this. Like you're not going to have you're not going to just, this is kind of like, hey, I want to learn supply and demand. Okay, well then go and learn supply and demand and spend some time on. Oh, I want to go and learn market and I want to go and learn order flow and volume. Okay, well let's go into order flow and all of this stuff. Right? There's a lot of stuff in here that is pretty important. Now we've repositioned some AMAs. We've positioned some videos off YouTube. We positioned some of the old course modules. We really went and looked at everything we've ever done across the entire existence of education, and we've amalgamated it into an environment so that it can truly resemble that of an academy, so that when we open up multiple rooms and we have ambassadors that want to help Jim take the load off of just him being the only trade room instructor, right, then we have an education portal that basically services everybody, right? And hopefully that's well received, right? So give me a yes that you guys see the direction. Type a Y in the chat box that you like it, you're happy with this, you understand it. And I know that you guys are definitely going to spend your Thanksgiving eating lots of food and watching lots of videos. Excellent. Excellent. Yeah, no, Willie, the webinar today is to just do what I just did for you. The only difference is they got to pay for it. You've already paid. Like there's no need to be in a webinar that you already have it, right? Like the webinar today is just going to be a PowerPoint for what I just explained to you as a member. There's no need for it, right? Okay. So yeah, you already have access to it. So there's no need going and listening to a sales pitch for something that you've already purchased. Makes sense. I think that's
Mhm.
probably fair, right? Perfect. So I want to show this kind of as a teaser, guys. If you're okay with that, Jim, we've got a
Yeah.
couple minutes. Yeah.
Mm.
See, where
Let's
I
take
got
your time.
confused was the time zone change because
Oh
we
yeah.
shifted the time zones and like now it's only a 2 hour difference. And I was
Right.
like, wait a second, like it used to be a 3 hour difference.
Yeah.
And wow, what a blessing.
Mhm.
So what you're seeing here is a collective 6 to 7 months of us taking the Tick Blaze platform and putting it on steroids so that it is pretty much equal or better to Ninja. It's not an easy thing to do to buy a platform worth millions and millions and millions of dollars. It took us a year and a half to raise the capital with investors. I do see some of you in here, so it's glad to have you here. We're in the final stages of this, and we're getting ready to put the beta in motion. The new websites are getting put up right now. This is the new future. We already have some of the prop firms that we've met with that are looking at integrating this. Um, we had meetings with, it's already integrated into Rhythmic. We're going to have DX feed and everything integrated into this. It will support prop firm trading. It will support prop firms that want to use the platform. It'll also support our prop firm. And my vision for this was to make it better than Ninja. Why? Because I'm a major Ninja developer, right? So I know the goods, the bads of Ninja. My vision for this is we've got some really sexy custom toolbars coming in here that are very similar to TradingView. We've got some really sexy stuff that's coming up here that's going to be added here in the very near future. Right now, we've been globalizing draw objects and making things really, really user friendly from a charting perspective for like price action traders. The main difference for the platform for trade management is that it doesn't have a wizard like Ninja. Ninja Traders ATM strategies are they give you a wizard and you're at the confinements of whatever that wizard can do. The difference with us is that everything we can do is custom scripts. Just like TradingView is a script-based platform where you have Pine script, this is either C# or Python. We support both Python and C# scripts. And the reason for this is that anybody can build any type of trade management script that they want. So I have Ben right now, who's obviously the coder for many of our products. He's done the Structure Boss, he's done the Unizones, he's done the Soundwave. He's actually working with our developers building a main script for everybody. I'll give you an example what a script looks like so you can understand what it does is if you take a look at this and I just open up the script, this is basically where we can build whatever we want, multiple targets, multiple stops, break evens, trailing stops, you name it. It's really, this is just a sample script, right? But we're building one that does everything that would basically be a clone or better to the NinjaTrader strategy wizard. And that's just the basic default that comes with the platform. If you say, hey Sean, I want to build a custom script and I want to do trailing stops and multiple exits, and we have developer partners that could just code it for you. Like that's the whole part of having a script-based platform. It's uh, that's exactly what this is, right? And so we've really kind of made this to the point where there's no reason why we will ever want to use Ninja once we're done with this. That's a huge transition. It's a huge expansion. I know a lot of you have been using Ninja for years, but we will still support Ninja development for ARC for the existing product line. But what we're looking to bring in is looking to bring in all of the ARC product line directly into the platform. So this is where like when we're done with this, we'll have one platform that is much more superior than any other platform. From a product perspective, from a software algo, we're taking the algo engine that has been built inside of Ninja that we basically coded, and we're making it a default function of the platform. So like, it's kind of like you don't even need to buy an algo to get the default backtesting engine. Like, it's part of our platform. So what's happening with this is exceptionally huge. It's a very, very big transition. We're going to be doing a specific beta release for all of our members to go on the beta with legacy pricing. So as long as you come into the beta and you support the new platform expansion, you'll be locked in for a cheaper price than anyone will ever get forever. So there'll be a beta release and a legacy price for all of our members to support us and to be able to get us in. And obviously, we want our users to be using our new platform, right? We'll be running this directly in the trading rooms. We'll be using this. When we launch NeuroStreet funding, just to kind of give you a perspective of our vision, when we launch NeuroStreet funding, okay, we will have the ability to support multiple platforms, but it'll come with TickBlaze as the primary. So TickBlaze will be the main function of our prop firm. It'll be the main platform. We'll still support all the others, right? It's just, it'll come with TickBlaze. And so these are things that are happening in an effort to scale globally. Like, this is a global expansion, right? I mean, we've got prop firms with very, very big interest in what we're doing. We've got indicator vendors. Some of the biggest indicator vendors in the business have already been in discussions with us to bring their products over once we're ready. It's just a matter of time until we become a market leader. Within the next 1 to 2 years, I would say we'll be in the top 5. Yeah. Based on our development experience and based on our indicators and algorithms and our prop firm expansion, it's going to be a pretty big expansion. And we're going to be broker neutral. So what we'll be doing is we're going to be educating with vendors. So we'll be bringing in all of our partners, giving them trade room access, giving them exposure. It's going to be a huge ecosystem of vendors that are going to come into the TickBlaze expansion. So what we're looking at doing is getting you guys onto the beta. For those of you that are interested in trading in the price action side of it, it will take some time for us to bring in. It will take some time for us to bring in the essentially the indicators and the algorithms, as you know. But the nice thing is that we're just porting the code. We're not coding it from scratch. So this is where we really love the beta users to help us in that transition. And as a result, you'll get legacy pricing, and it's a monthly subscription. Yeah. So if you're asking, it's a monthly subscription for the platform. Here's the difference. We have a deal with a data provider. I can't explain it too much right now because we're under contract, but we're changing the business. So our vision is that you will get the platform plus the data all in. We negotiated a discounted price with a big data provider to be able to create a new business model in the industry. We are going to make a tidal wave in that you don't even need to pay for data when you use our platform. Our platform will come with data. All you need to do is choose, are you a pro or a non-pro? Do you want level 1 or level 2? And voila, you get a discounted monthly price. It's all inclusive. So if you choose you're a non-pro, you need level 1, you get level 1 for every asset class in the world: stocks, futures, forex, crypto options. Like, we're not sending anybody to the exchanges to like, oh my God, which one do I want? I got to add this. And I got to, like, the things that we're doing is going to innovate new direction in the business. The prop firm expansion is going to innovate new direction in our models. Our payouts are different. Our structure is different. Everything is going to change because of what we've done. And I'm just super excited because the starting point was NeuroStreet opening up the school for education. And then as soon as we're done this closing of the deal, it will be done before the end of November. We'll then be moving the beta for the platform. And then once the platform is live, then we will be opening up the prop firm. So this is the future. Yeah, this is exciting. Philip said exciting. Yeah. So how many of you guys are like super freaking pumped to get into this and start using this? Like, I can't even explain how exciting this technology is from a back testing and an optimization perspective for algos and for multi-time frame trading and like just everything that we're doing. Like, yes, it's going to take a bit of time to learn it, but I can promise you that there's the learning curve will be very short considering all the video training that we put together and all the stuff that's happening. It's exciting. So And everybody that's in Neuro Street will get discounts. Everybody that's a part of our community will get legacy pricing. It just takes time, and it just takes time. Yeah. So appreciate your guys' patience today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the new program rollouts. And thanks, Jim, for letting me steal the thunder, brother. I know that
Yeah, absolutely.
take a little bit off your voice there. I know Jim, poor
Yeah.
Jim, got him working to the bone here, guys.
Yeah, no, it was good. I wanted them to hear it from you because it's been really exciting to hear the vision of where everything's going. And so yeah, I knew they'd benefit from that. So that's cool. Very good.
Yeah. So if all I ask is that you could do me a favor and put the haters to rest, I can't be the one to do that because I'm the one that owns the business. It always looks bad for me. If you think we've added value to you and you think that we've done good by you, can you just leave a comment in the main chat rooms for us, please? Because we're going to be doing a webinar today with a whole bunch of new people. And I'd really love for them to get the truth from the members, right? I don't like posting stuff myself. I think it's best from you guys. And it really goes a long way. So if you could do that for me, I would really appreciate that, guys. It just takes a minute. And it goes a long way. It also helps other people. Can you imagine if you never found us and you were going around YouTube to YouTube, bad vendor to bad vendor, paying 10,000 here, 15,000 there, buying crappy stuff? Everybody needs a home, right? And if we can help you, and we've helped you, then appreciate your interest, right? So, okay, guys. I'm sure we'll have to have another discussion with other members, Jim, that come in. Maybe what we can do is we can get Ashley to crop this side of the trade room recording.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
take that as use this as an overview of kind of like put it in front and center in the members area so that everybody can watch the ending of this. I think it'd be good for just Marco to take that, meet with Marco and crop it so that we can put it in the members area on the dashboard so that everybody that's coming in knows what's going on.
Yeah, perfect. We can do that.
Absolutely. Cool. Do you need the data again? If you want, I'll switch it back.
Yeah, that'd be great. Got a couple things that are cooking.
Cool. As long as it tastes good, that's the most important
part. As long as I don't burn it.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Have a fantastic day. I've got to go and sit on the beach because I don't do anything over here, right? It's just this stuff doesn't happen on its own, right? So I appreciate your guys' support in business and have a fantastic holidays, everybody. Yeah. Take care.
Thanks, Sean. Take care.